Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Our Engineered World, episode 5, the Medicine Hat Waterfront District episode. So, started and announced basically in the same year, this year, the Medicine Hat Waterfront District includes a complete reimagination of how the South Saskatchewan River interacts with downtown Medicine Hat. Now, my hometown being Medicine Hat, this is kind of a cool and interesting video for me to do, so shout out to that. So the South Saskatchewan River basically divides Medicine Hat in half, north and south. So this project is definitely going to, beautify the area quite a bit and improve quality of life in the city and also downtown. And adding businesses and more amenities is always a good thing, in my opinion, in anyone's opinion, especially for a place like Medicine Hat, if you know what I mean. It will feature small live music and event spaces, as well as entertaining spaces. It will definitely draw more attention to the river itself. It will become it's expected to become a regional tourist attraction with pedestrians in mind. It will be Medicine Hat's first and only pedestrian-focused sort of high street development. So there's not really going to be a lot of vehicle traffic, if any at all. Where Market Commons is going to go, which is the high street area, is actually a road right now. But that road is going to be closed. And when Market Commons is built, it's just going to be like this giant walking area where there's going to be restaurants, bistros, cafes, and shops, all kinds of shopping opportunities, and just places to hang out. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be areas for play. There's just going to be a lot more community-focused and environment-focused interactions. There might even be a slide built into the hill. Who knows? But yeah. That being said, the environment and sustainability of the project are very important focuses overall, especially with the transformation of underdeveloped land into these new and vibrant, welcoming public spaces to welcome the new river experience and also create some new urban living opportunities in the process as well. A lot of the architectural styles will also pay homage to the city's architectural history itself, and a lot of the structures are actually being designed with flood mitigation measures in mind as well. So not only is this project going to be purposeful, it's going to draw a lot more attention to Medicine Hat's downtown core, to the riverfront itself, and will just drastically improve quality of life for residents and tourists of the city alike. The whole development itself spans just over 1 kilometer, or just 0.6 miles, and also includes the closure of River Road from Finley Bridge to Maple Avenue Bridge. Now, for those of you who don't know that River Road layout, so basically there's Medicine Hat Public Library over here, all the way over on the east end, west end. And then there's Maple Ave Bridge all the way over here on the east. And River Road comes down by the library and connects, sort of the two ends together. So in the middle is where, in that rectangle is where Veterans Park is. So in that little area, there's actually going to be a promenade. And in order to build that, River Road is going to have to be closed off to traffic, and there will be roundabouts replacing the closed section of the road when it is completely finished. So it is very pedestrian friendly, very pedestrian focused, which is something that I am honestly super psyched about, because finally, community designed around people and not cars. The entirety of the Water District Master Plan, as I've sort of coined it, includes the completion of several other projects as well. These projects include the Athletic Park Stadium. They will be upgrading the shade canopies. There will be expanded seating options, better fencing, better gates, and better ticket stations as well. So that will not only improve the experience, like I said earlier, for residents, but also for tourists alike, and will make the stadium itself more competitive with other provincial facilities, which, is a win-win situation. So These upgrades are worth $3 million in total, with $2.2 million coming from the Canadian government itself. So the city is going to be contributing about $800,000 of its own money towards the project, which is a pretty modest sum to pay for, for the payoff that this project is going to have. Obviously, this project is also part of the larger revitalization of the waterfront district itself. The next project that is needing to be completed is actually, coincidentally, phase 1 of the project. It is also known as Towne Square, or the gateway to Waterfront District. It is located on 603 First Street, which, for those of you who live in Medicine Hat, all of you know, is that hideous, underdeveloped, and dingy parking lot just smack dab across from City Hall. Not very pleasant to look at. And yeah, definitely not a very used lot, not really a lot going on there. So this will definitely be something that's not only needed, but welcome, very welcome as well. 603 First Street will also feature a community flex space of sorts that will also host live shows, pop-up market stalls, festivals, and food trucks in the warmer months, and an ice rink, winter festivals, and other, maybe even some winter music festivals will go on in the colder months. And actually, this is pretty exciting, but on July 7th of this year, ground was broken at Towne Square. Now, this is another interesting part. Going in place of the old Medicine Hat Arena on Ash Avenue, for those of you who know where it is, a new condo experience coming to that area that, like I said, will be replacing the old arena that is said to bring new heights to a historic downtown core. This experience will also feature a rooftop patio, access to riverside trails, and gorgeous views of the river and downtown alike. Construction is expected to begin in 2022. The developer, New Rock, also started construction on Southlands Park, which is the sequel to Southlands Gate, a very successful and sold out community in Medicine Hat, also developed by New Rock. So go them. Following that is Market Commons, which is Medicine Hat's first and only pedestrian-focused high street development, like I mentioned earlier. It will now feature a pedestrian-only Finley Bridge. So Finley Bridge will now be completely closed to traffic, so there will be even more construction on Finley Bridge if that was even possible. There will be playgrounds, community spaces, and at least a dozen new business opportunities. Now, the entire new district, again, is over 1 kilometer long and will span all the way from Medicine Hat Library to the athletic park, which is quite the distance. Now, more on 603 First Street and its history. Originally, it was the site of a boutique hotel, but after plans fell through, the city of Medicine Hat needed to come up with some new ideas. So, the redeveloped area, branded as Towne Square, as I said earlier, will feature a repaved and improved parking lot and lively outdoor public spaces. Towne Square is set to kick off the waterfront, considering, it's phase 1 of the project. And Waterfront's Towne Square is actually receiving a $2 million grant from Alberta's municipal stimulus program, which was created in response to stalled development projects, infrastructure projects, municipal projects due to the pandemic. The lot will still include parking spaces, albeit a little bit less than it had to begin with, but this isn't necessarily a problem because not nearly all of the 74 parking spaces are used today anyway. So the Gas City Campground will also feature some upgrades of its own. 15 or 20 of its campsites will be converted into full-service campsites, and they will be adding 3 to 5 cabin-style comfort campsites to their campground as well. There will also be, quite a plethora of trail extensions. This is going to be quite the path extension in my opinion. The extension of the South Saskatchewan Trail to the Gas City Campground, and then eventually all the way to Eckodale Regional Park. This extension will add about 15 to 20 kilometers of new track to Medicine Hat's trail system, which is already quite long. A $1.7 million contribution will be given to the project by the Alberta government as well. Other municipal stimulus projects in Medicine Hat also include a brand new $2 million multi-court pickleball facility, opening for local play and tournaments alike. and upgrades to the BMX track and start gate will see it be raised to regulation height, and other anticipated upgrades will be applied to it as needed in the future. Athletic Park will see some renovations as well, funded partly by the Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program, or the ICIP. New ticket offices, seating options, shade canopies, and gates will arrive to the stadium to again improve the area. Another ICIP investment will also see the addition of a second level to the post office building on 553 First Street. Both the MSP and ICIP projects total $20 million. Now, back to the condo development in place of the old arena. Sorry, that was just a little bit of a speed round to just retouch on some of the things that we've covered already. So, the old arena in Medicine Hat obviously is expected to be demolished this fall, which will make room for the aforementioned condo building. Now, New Rock, which is the developer, and the city of Medicine Hat are already in the process of finalizing the sale of the old arena, with discussions beginning 2 years prior. So, yeah, obviously the sale had been delayed due to, obvious reasons, but we're just glad that it's finally going through. The condo development will obviously be an important and vital part of the waterfront, of the greater waterfront area, and offer unparalleled access to a renovated athletic park and a revitalized and beautiful downtown core. There will be a ceremonial goodbye held for the old arena, with possible building tours being held as well, pre-demolition, obviously. Opportunities for locals to take a piece of the building home are also being considered. New Rock announced the building in February 2020. I don't know why I started the sentence that way. And while it is still in the design phase, renderings are expected to be released this month. So that's very exciting. Now, some more history on the parking lot on 603 First Street. How about that? So, originally it was supposed to be the location of that hotel that I mentioned earlier, with a possible residential tower being added on the east end of the lot in a hypothetical phase 2 of the project. Environmental assessments done in 2010 actually confirmed that there was hydrocarbon groundwater contamination and that significant amounts of work had to be done in order to remedy the problem. The buyer of the lot, Sparrow Hydrocarbons, will acquire the land as is, or they were supposed to anyway, assuming all environmental liabilities upon purchase, if the deal had actually gone through. They would have been paying for the permit and any necessary environmental assessments as well. The city would have been paying for the removal of barricades dividing the lot into 2 pieces. 603 First Street, as I also said earlier, featured 74 parking stalls with a mix of 2-hour free and permit parking, which is interesting if you ask me. Sparrow didn't end up building anything on the lot, and the sale closed on September 30th, 2019, and the city ended up buying the lot back for 90% of its original price. So yeah, after that deal fell through, obviously that led to the inception of Towne Square, which, as all of you already know, would be the first in a new series of developments along and around Medicine Hat's downtown riverfront. Now, thank you all so much for watching the Medicine Hat Riverfront District video. I hope all of you enjoyed. Well, if you did, you already know what to do. Buttons are down there. I love all of you so much. Stay safe and stay classy, and I'll be honored to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.